destiny or whatever. Span the wheel, right? And I mean, you know what I spanned the first time. Like everybody knows, right?
The hate wheel?
Oh yeah.
We did before you came on. We tested it.
Yeah. And
that's where everyone starts.
Yeah. Like it's gonna land on that, and it's
gonna be the first thing we do
for 100%. Like you know, I don't play roulette, but if that was our roulette wheel, yeah.
Yeah, I'm betting all
my money goes. All my money goes to the hate wheel every week.
Yeah.
There's something about just putting that out into the universe that just draws in that energy. It just makes it happen.
We should find some pretend way to bet on what's gonna hit.
Oh Jesus. That'd be hilarious.
Everyone's gonna bet on the hate wheel like every week.
That or the chick wheel. There's a lot of movies on there. It's basically a hate wheel to me.
Dude, I had a lot of movies that could have crossed over into other wheels.
Yeah, me too.
Like I put Cool as Ice as a white movie, and it could have easily been a hate movie, and I've never seen it.
Well, that's good because then you're getting multiple demographics basically.
I know.
So it's a hate movie, but you put it in the white movie, so now it's covering. So you got double the hate movies.
There's a lot of stuff going on in these wheels, and we're going to spend a half hour just spinning and then talking about it.
Yeah. Real quick. I know one thing. I googled Tom Green movies. I did not know he had that damn many movies.
I can't believe he had more than one.
Yeah, no. I was like, what?
I was looking though in terms of like the actual number, like where he's really starring. I think it's not a many, but yeah, he's in a bit part in a bunch of movies.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which even him being in it all at all, like this guy, he can't act or anything. Yeah. It's just fucking weird. He's a weirdo.
He really shouldn't be in any movie to any extent whatsoever.
To any extent, yeah. But did anyone choose that one, the other one that he starred in? That was also like in the kind of 2000s.
I didn't look him up because, as far as I'm concerned, he's not a real person.
I think I chose one called Freezer Burn.
I did pick 2 Tom Green movies.
Okay, there's one. It's like Stealing Harvard or some shit like that.
Oh, okay. No, I knew
someone was gonna choose that.
To be fair, I liked Road Trip. Road Trip's hilarious.
I didn't choose that because I knew.
Yeah,
you son of a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
That one, and I chose
what's the Butler. Butler.
The Butler. He's like a circuit butler in it.
Awesome.
So you're welcome.
Chris is gonna hate that shit. I can already imagine how dumb this looking.
See how bad he looked.
Listen, I know Aaron fairly well. I've gotten to know James somewhat fairly well. I don't know Ibrahim at all. Almost I know he has some hatred towards Tom Green. So when it came to picking the hate movies, I'm like, that was my problem. I'm like, what else does he hate?
Yeah, I know. I don't know either. Exactly.
Yeah, that is a good point. There's, I'd have to think about it. But yeah, there's not a lot.
The only thing I thought of, I think I picked another raunchy movie. I was like, I don't think he might like not raunchy movies.
Here's the other thing I would actually say that I hate. So any U-Bowl film, you guys know who that is, right? U-Bowl.
What's U-Bowl?
So he's this German director who basically in the 2000s he would make all these adaptations of video games. Blood Rain, Postal, In the Name of the King, and they're all like really, really shitty quality movies. But he would like kind of swindle like A-list people to be in them. Like Jason Statham's in one of them, and the Chicken Blood Rain was kind of a big deal, but that kind of fucked up her career.
I also hate Jason Statham.
Those movies are bad. Yeah, really? Well, there you go. In the Name of the King would have been perfect. Then it's like it's like a really shitty version of Willow. With Jason Statham.
How's it going?
Interesting. So you're not gonna like the One because he's in it. You're not gonna like the Meg that your girlfriend chose.
Meg.
Dude, you have no idea how hard my significant other was pushing for a shark movie, really, of any kind.
That's really surprising. Really surprising.
He loves shark.
I was like, this is a chick movie?
Well, I mean, we also joke that our dog thinks she's a shark and that she loves sharks and that we've bought her shark toys. So I think that was part of it.
That's funny. Hey, I don't mind.
At some point, we need to like go over all of the picks in one of these streams.
Yeah, I agree.
Talk about what's there because it's fun. There's some crazy shit.
I filled out my black movies today for Aaron.
Nice.
Appreciate it. Before you guys say anything, there's white movies on there too, so relax, people.
Yeah.
Let's not get our panties in a bunch. You know what's you know what's funny though is, so I'm showing my wife the list yesterday, and she was like, "Well, how come there's not any Latin movies?" I was like, "Because you're not on the show."
Yeah, you want to come on the show? We'll make a Latin wheel.
I guess my brother's Puerto Rican.
We have a lot of wheels.
My half brother is my brother.
Yeah, my half brother's Puerto Rican.
Like at this point, there's how many wheels? Not including the wheel of wheels. There's like 5 or 6 or something.
I think when you need a wheel to decide what wheel you want to spin, you've hit a
problem
point where you should stop.
You got a wheel problem.
We have a wheel problem. We have a wheelie back.
I mean, not only that, but we like pared down the ideas, the wheel ideas. Like we could have had more wheels.
It's awesome. It's gonna be fun.
I'm sure in the next few weeks we probably.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fucking episode where we just spin wheels for fun and laugh.
Each wheel
talk about the wheels.
See what happens.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So how's everyone doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm feeling pretty good.
I had a little weird afternoon. I went to the eye doctor, got my eyes dilated, so had to wear sunglasses for like 3 hours.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, it fucked me up. That light and everything. I couldn't look at my phone. Everything was like just blur. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, that shit's crazy.
Nice.
Never been in that situation.
But Aaron, don't go to America's Best. It says it has our insurance. You go there, you do the whole thing. You sit down and they look it up and they go, oh, we do cover Davis, but your section is not listed. So I had to pay for the glasses and the eye exam because they give you the receipt at the end. I'm like, you fuckers.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah. So I had to call my insurance company and complain. But hopefully, when I say that, I mean my wife. I don't call.
We know what you mean.
You had to give your wife a task. That's
she's like, I'll call.
You know what it is though. Here's why we do this as men. It's not being chauvinistic. It's called being intelligent, because they're gonna know what to say in like a way where they're getting the point across without swearing, but they're gonna know you mean it. They're gonna like basically, if we break it out, what they're saying is, listen here, motherfucker. If I have to come down there and drag you by your motherfucking balls, I will. You better fix this. They're saying like, listen, so my husband doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Basically.
I feel like that's how most female conversations start.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, shit. Sorry.
He should have asked when he first walked in.
Yeah.
Before the end of it, but it's all good.
Could you have just like walked out without like, I'm not gonna pay?
Wow.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't know that situation, man. I was sitting there, I was like, they're like, well, you don't have to get the glasses now. You can pay just for the eye exam. And that's like $50. I'm like, what about if I didn't have $50, bitch?
Yeah, right.
Whatever.
That's a lot of money for them to tell you can't see.
Yeah. Well, no, I could like that. It's weird because when I was doing the test, I know I'm getting personal here on the show. We didn't start our normal stuff, but I was sitting there at the test and they're like, I'm seeing the letters a little bit blurry. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh man, is my fucking eyes jacked? No, I got 2 astigmatisms. So it's only when the light hits certain ways. But they said, oh, your vision's fine. You just need glasses to fucking like basically focus out the light out. So I'm like, oh, Jesus. I'm like, okay. So it's like the sharpness, she said. It's like, if it's too sharp, it blurs out. I'm like, okay, whatever.
It's interesting. If it's too clear, your mind blurs it.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's really weird.
Aaron looked pretty proud while he was pouring his drink there. So, Aaron, what are you drinking?
Okay, guys. Tonight I am drinking Pink Starburst. You know the powder drinks you can get, Pink Starburst flavor, and 100 proof vodka.
Yeah.
Again, from your popcorn and pints pint glass.
Because I'm classy, pinky out.
There's a lot of liquor
classy
in there, probably.
It's not like the Southern Comfort. Don't worry.
Okay,
we're near that.
I already kind of prepared what we did and what Aaron said in the chat. By the way, guys, if it lands on chick flicks, we got to drink a girly drink. I already got.
Yeah. Well, we have completely reevaluated our wheel system. For anyone that doesn't know, it's grown incredibly complicated.
Yeah.
Do we want to explain that right now? Do we want to just
No. I think we'll wait for that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's better to explain it because like at some point we're gonna roll the dice basically, and then they'd be like, "What the fuck?" There's like 6 wheels. So I think it's probably a good idea for us to explain at least what the wheels are now.
Yeah, there's 8 of them, by the way, people.
Jesus Christ.
So should we do the drinks first and get into that really quick, then move on?
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I'm drinking
What are
a
you-
new beer I've never had before. A Perula Pilsner.
You always have the cool fucking cans.
I know he finds.
I stopped at Uptown Beverage today, baby. Uptown Beverage, one of our favorite places. Perula Pilsner, local brewery from Del Mar, New York. And honestly, I'm drinking it in my popcorn and pints, guys, but this might be one of the best Pilsners I've ever had. It's fucking delicious.
That's awesome. I'm drinking again from Uptown Beverage. I got about, I don't know, a couple weeks ago now. I think the 1911.
Cider?
Yeah, 1911 cranberry cider, hard cider. I like it. It's really good. I love cranberry juice, so goes good.
That looks like it would taste good.
It's delicious. You like cranberry? It has a taste of a cider, but the cranberry comes in.
I like cranberry.
Yeah, it's really good. Give it a shot. Uptown has it. Look for 1911. I guess 1911 has a lot of different flavors.
They do. I've seen a lot of their stuff.
I seen cranberry. I was like, yep. No, that's what I'm drinking, guys.
Yeah, I'm not drinking anything. I got to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
Phoning it in.
Phoning it in, yeah. I don't really have weekends as much anymore. I just kind of like just work constantly on stuff.
Mhm.
So
Makes sense.
but it's cool. Work, I can't complain.
Yeah,
Things are
yeah.
moving in the right
In
direction.
other words, that means you like what you do. The rest
Yeah,
of us
I do-
drink.
I do like what I do. Yeah,
the rest of us have stuff to do. We just don't give a shit.
that's kind of
Yeah.
that's kind of the flip side. It's like, yeah, I like what I'm doing, but then you end up doing like 12, 14 hours of it or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's rough.
You
Yeah.
do a lot of it, yeah.
So should we
yeah,
talk
it's good.
Rififi?
Wait,
Well, let's talk
the
about
wheels, the wheels,
Let's,
the
let's
wheels.
just say, here's the wheels. Let's show people the wheels.
you want
Forgot about the wheels.
to show the wheels now?
No, don't show
Well, we should
Just
show the thing. Like, we don't have to show every movie, but you have the actual wheel that will spin.
Our main wheel
Like
has
the wheel
turned
wheels,
in,
we can show
yes,
that.
our main wheel has turned into the wheel of destiny. And on our main wheel is really more types of categories instead of specific movies that we've been doing the last however long we've been doing this podcast now. So we'll spin the main wheel to select a category, and then we'll spin a secondary wheel
Twice.
with the secondary wheel full of movies that we'll watch and then talk about.
Which is gonna be fun as shit.
I think that's the simple way to put it, right? We have
Yeah.
one wheel to rule them all.
So
Yeah.
what categories do we have? Let's talk
What
about that.
categories? Aaron.
we have the 80s and 90s, which is it's
One
each
category.
wheel is 6 picks total besides the hate wheel, which we'll get to that when we get to it. But the first wheel is the 80s and 90s
80s and 90s combined.
combined.
Yeah.
We each pick 6 movies for this category, and it's movies just from the 80s and 90s. And hey, we have some pretty
Anything
good picks.
goes. Yeah.
And there's a lot. What I love about these wheels, which I'll say this about, and I'm gonna say this on multiple episodes, multiple times, is there's a lot of movies on these fucking wheels that I've never seen. There's a lot that I've never heard of.
I did try to pick some. I think half of my picks were half I've seen, half I haven't at least.
Yeah, I did.
That's what I was shooting for.
I did that better with these newer wheels than I did with the OG wheel. Is made more movies that I've never seen, even if I've never heard of them or whatever. It just never. I'm like, you know what? I've never seen this. I want to check it out anyway. So boom. But yeah, we have all. It's gonna be ridiculous. Just wait till you see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you got to say?
Then we got the 2000s to 2010s category.
Yeah.
2000 to 2019.
Yeah.
We have chicks picks, which
Checks fix.
we let our.
Right.
It's not all chick flicks. It's our chicks picks.
Yes.
So whatever
Our significant others have each thrown in 6 of
movies.
their picks.
Yes.
And you know what's funny is I got three emails, I think, of the notebook. I want to say 3 emails of it.
I had a feeling that was going to be
Oh
on
yeah. That's like
the
a
majority.
I think 99% of women love that movie.
Yep.
So
You know what's funny is my wife was gonna put, and I'm so fucking happy she didn't. She was gonna put Twilight on there because she knows I can't stand that movie.
Oh god! Oh, that's got that. You know what? That's right up there in my hates with Tom
Yeah,
Brady.
that's a hate pick for sure.
Yes.
The next round, that's a hate pick.
I'm just getting chills thinking about it.
Yes. I know it's going to end up on a wheel because we're eventually going to come up with another fucking wheel.
I can't believe I didn't even think of that as a hate movie.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that would have hit so many categories.
I know.
Right, just like so many people would hate it, and
The only thing,
In fact,
have feelings.
no, I was commenting on someone's. I took over the Popcorn and Pints Twitter, and I was chatting with someone who mentioned the new Batman movie coming out. Because Robert Pattinson, of course, is going to be the Batman. Like, I hate Pattinson. I can't get over it, but I'm so intrigued of how this movie is going to turn out. I'm going to end up watching it.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of him either, but I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay, so that's some more. I'll have to write that. That's another good hate pick. Pattinson movies.
Chris also hates him. Let's
Well, no,
I do
really,
have to take notes. You know?
no, really, honestly, it's just Twilight because I love Harry Potter, and he's in Harry
When he
Potter.
dies.
Yeah, he's in Harry, but he don't.
But he dies.
Yeah,
And honestly, I haven't really
That's the part
seen
he
a lot
likes.
of him. Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of his other movies, so
Yeah, me either.
I can't
think-
say that he's terrible.
I haven't seen this movie Good Time, but in that he plays like this kind of cracked out dude who does some robberies.
Okay.
That might be an interesting one to put on the list.
Interesting, okay.
See how much you hate him being kind of.
Honestly,
notes.
Twilight needs to go on the hate.
So
list
Breaking
for
Dawn.
everybody.
So we'll have to be Breaking Dawn in this.
Any
other-
Twilight movie.
Jesus Christ. Ugh. But
There's 3 more than there needs to be.
I'm really surprised that that's on the hate wheel now that you mention it.
I forgot
Yeah.
all about it.
But there's so few picks. Like on the hate wheel, there's a lot less picks.
for one, I didn't choose it because I hate it, so I won't put it on there to torture
No,
myself.
I was only for a while. I was only thinking of movies that I hated.
Oh, not me. I was looking trying to find shit that you guys hate.
I'm an easy target for that because I think everybody picked Nicolas Cage.
Oh, we did. I'm sure we did.
Yeah,
I was like, oh fuck.
And Kelvin said he's on here watching Nick Cage's #1 fan. This is an honor, so I guess that's you.
no joke. I
Swear.
was chatting to someone on Twitter that's gonna watch the new Nick Cage movie that just came out.
I
yesterday.
am too. It dropped. I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I want to see it, and I kind of hate myself for it, but I kind of want to see it.
And they said they made it. It's cheesy, and they made it that way.
Yeah.
Thank you for not putting-
Willie, it's like Willy's Wonderland or something.
Oh, boy, it's gonna be interesting.
I look forward to hearing their thoughts.
He makes some really weird stuff, but
yeah. So the other wheels, we got black wheel and white wheel, right?
Mhm. Chicken and grits, cheese and crackers.
I
Cheese
put-
and crackers.
I kind of dumped some interesting picks for
Dude,
my like white
You
movies.
you always dump some interesting picks.
They were like 2000s movies that I still wanted, but I didn't have enough space, so I just dumped them there. It's like, yeah, Garden State's a white movie. That's a very white movie.
It is a white movie. Hey man, I love Zach Braff.
I do too. Yeah.
From
Like
Scrubs.
the Scrubs podcast has been one of my favorite things to listen to over the last few months, and I've been rewatching Scrubs along with them doing the episodes, and it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
It's a very white movie. It's like, oh, I'm sad, and blah blah. Blah. It's like, okay.
And surprisingly, that's the only movie of his I've watched. So I ended up putting 2 Zach Braff movies on the 2000s section of Wheel that I haven't seen yet.
The wheels are gonna be fun, man.
So we got a lot of stuff coming on the wheels, but we should probably start talking about Rififi.
Rififi.
And
We'll
by
talk
the
more
way-
about the wheels when it's time to spin them.
By the way, Rififi, I'm like, what the fuck is a Rififi? You cannot find
Dude,
what it means.
no, and first off,
What's the
Ibrahim,
song?
do you have movies anywhere in our picks where we don't have to dig deep into our research skills and be tech wizards to try to fucking watch this shit?
Well, I told you that you could download VLC, and you
And
could
I got
have,
that
like,
work-
very easily like put a subtitle.
But still, that's
on
not something
with the
I would have
video.
ever known about had it
Yeah.
not been for me trying to have to watch
Well,
this.
it's really simple, honestly. It's really
No, and and I got that to work, but there was like a 6-second delay, and then James randomly found
I found it, buddy.
found
one,
I
yeah.
found it.
one where the subtitles
Yeah.
matched up.
I
better
googled
than the
it and
actual
I
audio.
found it, and I was like, I lucky, and I was like, yo, guys, I found it, and I sent it.
Like, this is the most effort I've ever gone through to try to find a movie to watch.
Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of honestly like what I do to find
God,
movies.
yes.
To be honest, like, I mean, again, like there's other ways to find stuff like this.
Hey,
that-
I
that
don't
shit.
regret doing it. I'm just saying, I would
Yeah.
like a little easier.
The good stuff is not easy to find. I'll put it to you that way, and that's again why I Like this movie should be seen. This movie should be seen.
Well, maybe the good stuff from 1950s you can't find because it's in someone's basement collecting dust.
Yeah, it's in someone's basement.
in a foreign country.
In a foreign country.
Or an assault mine.
Yeah, you go over there and say,
There's
hey,
a
you
lot
know
of
this
that
movie
stuff.
Rififi? They're like,
with that being said, though, I had a great time with this fucking movie too, though. Like,
wow.
The movie's
I like
so
it.
good. I haven't
The
seen
movie
it
was
in a
really
minute.
good.
The movie's
Let's jump
so
in-
fucking good.
let's jump into early ratings really quick, guys. From
Mine's like 9, or it's close to like 9.5 diamonds out of 10.
Wow.
9.5
It's
diamonds.
really good.
Oh, yeah, you got to get the ice, man. It's ice,
Yeah,
man.
get the
9.5
ice. $200 million worth of ice.
Ice.
Or 200 francs.
Yeah, Frank's. That's
What-
right.
Whatever the French equivalent is.
Yeah, it would be francs.
Dude, I'm with Ibrahim on this. I give this a 9. And honestly, it was like 2 movies in one because it's the heist movie, and then it kind of turns into like a revenge movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Where either the guy's out to kill the rival gang
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they took his partner's
And
kid.
you're just like, dude, I want this guy to die so bad. It's like, oh,
And-
please
Yeah.
kill this
You know,
guy. Please kill
and
him.
I'm watching it, and I've heard, the highlight of this movie, like the centerpiece, is like that half-hour scene of the actual heist. There's literally no sound. There's
Yeah.
no music. There's no score.
Like it's real. Like you're really there watching them rob the
It
freaking
is,
bank.
and it's kind of, it makes it even more mind-boggling than it is because you feel like you're in the environment with them.
Yeah.
You literally only have them pretending to be silent, making as little noise as possible.
Yeah.
Holding off from talking, no music. Like you're there trying to break in, not set off the alarm with them, which was an amazing piece of cinema.
Yeah.
Not something I had seen before in a movie that, at least that I can think of.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
But
I mean, besides the two.
Yeah. I think that Latrue and this are kind of.
Yeah.
Latrue was good. I like this better than Latrue because I felt more suspense throughout this than I did with the Latrue.
And I like Latrue.
Like I didn't feel like there were scenes in this that really dragged on until the very end. And that driving scene at the end, I'm like, okay, I get the point. He's trying to get the kid home.
Yeah.
Before he
It was a
dies.
little long.
And it just kind of kept fucking going.
Yeah, it did. I kind of liked it though. Like, well, again, I was watching again. I was like, man, I was like, dude, what the fuck is gonna happen? Is he gonna crash?
Yeah, I know.
Is he gonna? Is he
I
gonna
thought
just
that-
not make it? Is he gonna die at a stoplight? Like, you don't know.
I
You don't
thought
know
that at
what's gonna
first,
happen.
and then the longer it kept going on, I'm like, there's no way he's going to crash and end up with the kid dead. I'm like, that
No,
can't
and
possibly happen.
And the thing is, these days and age, the kid would have died. This is only in the 50s, people, where a kid could have a toy gun standing up in a car going 100 miles going.
Yeah,
He's having the time
With
of
no
his
seatbelt.
life.
Yeah.
The kid's having the time of his life, and then all of a sudden he's got the guy driving the car is going to hit a tree, and then let's just watch him go flying. But yeah, I give it a
Yo.
9.
To be
I
fair,
give it a
we
9.
see some pimp slapping in this movie.
Dude,
Yeah.
We see
no, there is
some
a-
like people getting
there's,
shot.
Scandalous
I
stuff
could
in
have
this
totally
movie.
seen like him crash and the camera just turn away and we just that's it. That's the end. That totally could have been an ending.
Yeah, they would have.
There's some scandalous stuff in this movie, and we'll get into it. But I give it a 9. So,
Dude,
Eric,
the main character, he pimp slaps some women.
he
Yeah.
does.
It up. That scene was crazy, dude.
It was.
I'm gonna give it a 9 as well.
Oh, boy.
I believe I gave the other movie a 10, so I'm gonna give this one a 9. It's right under there. Great film, not a bad pace, and I like going to the bank heist scene. I like what you were saying, Chris. How that scene was like really quiet. And you really felt like you were there. Like it really got you into it, and that was even a decent amount. Like it wasn't a super long scene, but it was a decent amount in length. Scene, I'll say that.
So, I mean, the heist scene itself is like a quarter of the movie. The movie's 2 hours
it was.
long,
Yeah.
and the entire heist scene is silent for a half
Mhm.
hour. So you're talking a quarter of the movie, and you don't even realize how long it is.
Yeah,
And I mean,
It's-
I say that in a good way, not a bad way. Like it's entertaining enough that you're invested, and you don't realize it's been a half hour by the time they come back with the dialogue or score or anything like that.
Yeah, it's really enthralling. Like from the minute they go to that house to when they get back to their place and they open up the bag of jewels, like it's like, dude,
Yeah.
you're just really into it. So well done.
And I'm gonna ride the coattails. I'm a 9 with it too. I don't remember what I gave Latrue. I think Latrue. I think I give it by a hair, but not enough to bump it like this one. Like I don't remember what I gave. I'll get a 9 here. I don't want to bump Latrue like It's like almost even, but not. It's not enough where it'll go up a half a point, but I prefer the other one. The scene right here, what gave it a 9 for me is that heist scene. Like, I agree with Chris and everybody. The silence, it's like, when I was watching that scene, I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about subtitles. I'm like, I'm into it. Every step, the sound thing, the foam, it's just like a genius where they show beforehand how to do it. They're like, how can we stop this alarm? I thought that was really good. Then it got a little actiony because, you know, it was like basically like a mob movie / heist. It was a heist mob movie, and it was like a combo movie, and I really liked it. So,
you know what's interesting, I think, even particularly for anyone that doesn't speak French or understand it, because of course this movie's in French, we're trying to watch it with subtitles, is with no sound and portraying the main point of the movie, anybody can be invested and follow along. It was a rare instance where I was watching a movie feeling invested, kind of breaking language barriers, not even noticing.
Yeah.
And, you know, kind of being right there with them, because I'm not trying to pay attention to subtitles because I know this is going to be like a half-hour scene without any noise because of just reading about this movie or hearing about it. So I was waiting for this to start, and then kind of like when I knew it was going, I'm like, all right, I really need to. I was focusing more in this point when I knew there wasn't going to be anything I actually needed to pay attention to. Than I did the rest of the movie.
Oh, it was good.
I got a question for you guys. This one just randomly hit me. If this movie was in color, would it make it worse for you?
I think it would make it worse.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have effect. Honestly, I don't know. I barely know. I didn't even think about it being in black and white.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. That's a tough question because like I didn't notice the black. I watched it like I was watching a movie. The color had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I just feel like I'm not saying it'd be terrible. It would just go down like an 8 to like an 8 for me if this movie was in color. Because I feel like that would just, for some reason, I would just take away from the.
It has a very noir feel. It feels very noir, and it feels like there's some stuff that's very kind of like they had like that scene in the club is very kind of jazzy. The black and white kind of fits the aesthetic of what the theme of the story is trying to portray, I think.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly.
So let me get this out of the way. This is on my head. What is up with fucking gangsters / mobsters, wherever you want, mafia, whatever you want to call them, greedy motherfuckers? The dude found out that they can easily go say, listen, give me 80%, give me half, and I won't tell the cops. No, they got to have it all. and there goes a war, you fucking greedy bastards.
Well, before that though, that's a good point. But even before that, when they're doing the heist, the one guy that goes back for that ring, that he started when
Caesar.
When he went and did that, because I remember him seeing the guy put the ring in there earlier in the movie. So when he went back and did that,
that's the catalyst for the whole downfall of their little game.
As soon as he grabbed that ring, I was like, this guy's about to fuck everything up.
Yeah, he fucked everything up.
And I don't like this guy. Fuck him. He's a bitch and he's a snitch.
He's the rat, right? He got you know the rules.
That's like the definition of what the fuck is snitches get stitches? Yeah. Because he broke the thief's code, so he gets shot by his own.
Yeah, and he gets the ring to a girl that works for the other side.
Yeah,
the
for works for the enemy.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Listen. I mean, that was one of the first things. Listen
about that is because his one boy was like, "Listen, so and so's going out of town, so you two are gonna stay here. You don't go out and go in any hotel rooms." With any, and if you do go out, don't go out with that girl, such and such. And this motherfucker went out to a hotel with that chick, gave the chick a ring, fucked everything up, then snitched on his boy later in the movie.
Yeah, he was sticking with his dick, man.
Yeah, he was. He got him killed.
But I mean, dude,
that's the moral of the story. Don't listen to your dick.
It's not even that. It's like don't give up the merchandise.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you're.
It's $1 million ring, right? Million.
It's one thing if you're spending money, where there's like where'd the money come from? I don't know. So the minute you put stolen jewelry on someone, hey, there was this bank heist a day ago.
Yeah, a day,
You have
one
this
day.
$1 million ring on your finger.
Not
You know,
only
he
but
could just wait a couple
he
days.
spent the night with her, so he stole that ring that night and pretty much gave it to her that night.
Yeah. Not suspicious at all.
I mean, that's one way to celebrate. I hope it was a hell of a celebration, but that was
Me
your
too.
last celebration.
And the key
I
thing,
hope it was-
you know how he was tied up by the rival gangsters? They know the rules too. They're like, we don't have to kill him because and they're going to come and they're going to kill
They're
him.
going to come and they're going to kill him. Yeah.
Yep, the rules of the mafia, man. Mobsters, whatever you want to call
That's
it.
the way that, I mean, there was a code in this kind of time
Oh yeah,
that you don't snitch out on, your
Yeah.
partners. And this guy Caesar snitched on
He's
Mario.
quick too.
Oh, he didn't take much, it seemed like.
Not at all.
Now business wise, they made a mistake. They should have said, "You work for me now, or they're going to kill you," because he was like the #1 freaking safe cracker.
Yeah.
Good point.
Dude, and you realize the guy that played Caesar is the director of the movie, right?
I did not know that.
Yeah. That was the director.
I couldn't read the notes today because I couldn't see. Everything goes blur. It's like shit.
Yeah. No, so Jules Dacian, I think I'm saying the name right. Actually American. So this was made in 1955. The guy was blacklisted. This was the time when America was out. No, this was like the big Hollywood blacklist when America was out to blacklist any what they thought were communist sympathizers or anything like that. This guy got named by constituents as a communist sympathizer. So he was blacklisted from Hollywood.
Wow.
So he went to France basically looking for work. It was like a 5-year period where he didn't make movies. Like the government was getting in his way even while he was in Europe trying to make movies until, Rififi came around and he actually got it finished and out there.
Wow.
That's crazy. Rififi. So they made a movie title.
I couldn't find anything
one
to
scene
say.
with a song. I couldn't find it either. I said, "What the hell does this mean?"
Rififi's a World War I French military slang is the best I could find, which seems to be almost untranslatable into English. I guess the closest they could come up with was it's been translated into rough and tumble and
Rough and tumble.
It's like a rough guy, tough guy.
pitched battle. Those were like the closest translations they could come up with for it.
I was trying to figure out. It's like, is the club name Rififi? I'm like, what the fuck is
No,
going on?
there's only the one scene where they have the singer singing in a one song where she mentions Rififi. That's it.
I mean, that's
Otherwise,
kind of it. I think it's like describing the temperament of these guys and like basically the temperament of the main character. I think.
rough and tumble makes sense.
I think
if
that's
you're
what it
watching
is.
this.
Yeah, you're a rough, tough guy, Yeah.
Like the guy, like Joe, the guy with the kid, was certainly didn't seem rough. He was kind of like the watch out for most of this. It was a lot of the legwork.
Well, he was new. He was what do they call him?
That's
He
Swedish
said he was
guy.
green or whatever.
Yeah, he was green.
At the
He's
beginning.
new. Yeah, he's new.
You know what's crazy too is had he listened and when his boy was like, "Yo, listen, I'm going to call you one more time." It took him a little bit longer than he thought.
Yeah.
The thing is, he did listen, but the dude was late. He couldn't find a phone. That one. place
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
let him
mean,
use the
come
phone.
on, man. He's driving. He had to tail this guy out to the country
It was his kid,
and then
man.
steal a car to get back. I don't know. We don't know how long that trip was, but it had to be
This is
longer
what
than.
I like the fact that there's no cell phones
Yes.
creates this drama.
Dude,
Because
and
you're like,
that's
oh shit, he might not know. He might not be able to know because he can't just call the guy.
And
or text the guy or
obviously,
whatever.
us being a younger generation, we grew up with basically cameras everywhere. So to watch this whole thing play out in an era where there's no cameras anywhere, like them breaking into the jewelry store, them just being able to basically throw all the evidence into the river.
Yeah.
And that's
Literally, that's it. And then
Yup, that's mafia style right
abandon,
there.
just leave the stolen car somewhere because no one will see them or know anything about it.
Yeah. You leave
But
the
it's-
stolen car on the dock. Just leave. See ya.
So with the way we grew up, yeah, exactly. With the way we grew up, it seems so simple to pull off a heist like that.
Yeah, I know.
That's
You're
in
like,
the
oh, I'm gonna fit these. I'll
mid-50s.
rob a bank.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you can't trace the prints, if you can't trace the car, if you can't
Yeah.
see any footage,
Like one of my thoughts is as detailed as their plot is when it comes to preparing for the heist and everything. It's literally the alarm itself is literally just a loud noise.
Yeah.
There's no connections to any kind of system. It's literally just a loud blaring horn.
That'll be a bad alarm, by the way.
I mean, if you can silence your only goal is to silence a loud noise. That's not the way it is today.
No, this goes through the internet. Mad shit, just like high.
Yeah,
shit starts blinking in the police station.
Yeah, exactly.
So, no, it's crazy, man. It's like I like how they did that though. They showed like it wasn't just like okay, they knew what they just cut to the scene them robbing it. They showed like how are we going to figure this out. And they're like testing really shit. Yeah, they were testing stuff.
Oh yeah,
where he's like ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
They send Caesar into the jewelry store to kind of scout it out. They buy the same alarm basically that they had in the store, so they can test every way and everything that triggers it. And I mean, really, the detail that goes into something like that is mind-boggling. But
the umbrella that catch the debris, so it don't.
Dude, I made a note of that. Like just the umbrella when they're trying to.
Crazy
chip away on this hole. But at the same time, like you think about the detail that goes into the kind of robbery and the the research they're doing, but at the same time, it's all common sense if you think about it. Like everything they need to cover is kind of common sense, but it just seems so detailed at the same time that I don't know, intricate is a word I thought of a lot as I was watching this.
I was just thinking, it's fucking crazy, man. For one, there's some parts you're like, yeah, it's going to take longer than that. They're pulling back like rhubarb or what the hell that fucking wire is in the ground in the cement fucking floor. I'm like, come on.
Dude, that did seem like a pretty thin floor to have to just, hammer a hole through.
Well, it took them hours. They kept kind of cutting away to shots of
I know, but
that took a long time for them to actually. They just kind of did some movie magic to get us through that.
I knew they were trying to convey that it took a long time, but at the same time, it seemed like that doesn't seem like that thick of a cement area that they would.
By the way, Chris, you like when we watched The Truth, like you complained about him hammering the fucking thing for like 5 minutes straight.
It's
basically the opposite.
This is Rififi did the opposite. They
did. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The truth so Chris, you really got it both ways when it comes to that. You hate it.
It's weird.
It's like true because so the next one has to be just right.
Yeah,
the right route thickness.
It does
because like LeTrue was literally like the fucking dude, like dude,
that fucking
and it's hella thick. It's hella thick.
That scene wouldn't fucking end in LeTrue, and I'm watching this.
Well, that's what it's
wow,
like.
That was quick.
If you watched a guy banging on fucking cement and it's like 5 feet thick, he's gonna be there for hours.
But even the cement seemed like it chipped real easy in this, like right away.
Yeah, it definitely did. I see what you mean with that. It definitely did.
Now it's all okay. I watched some foreign films. I didn't watch a lot of French movies, but is a lot of these movies back then like this? Do they like scenes like this? Do they go detailed like this? Like where you take notes? I can rob a bank in 1955.
Dude,
I don't know. These are like the best of the best films.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're gonna find.
Because I was really surprised. I was like, God damn, they're detailed. I was like, this is fucking like genius.
It is.
So there's
I don't know how many heist films there really were back in the day. I'd have to kind of think about it and research it a bit because
I think
this is one of the first ones that I remember being like really good. Of the genre, really.
And this was good enough to the point where there's been crimes in real life where people basically tried to mimic this entire execution of what they did to get into this jewelry store. But I think one of the big things in making this movie, from what I was reading, so in the book, because this is based on a book,
of course,
and a real life like heist that was done in like 1899 or something like that. This movie came out in this movie came out in 1955. The heist part itself is based on something that actually happened in 1899, 1900, something like that. But there was a 250-page novel. In the novel, this heist scene is only like 10 pages. But the thing with the novel is the guy, Jules Dreisen, who the director of the movie, hated the novel, didn't like it. They're like there were racist undertones between the gangs that he didn't want to play up, so he kind of ignored those. Essentially, I think in the book, the rival gang that runs that club are portrayed as like dark Arabs versus,
Jesus.
as white European as you can get with Tony and his gang and stuff like that. Didn't want to play that angle. Apparently, there's also like necrophilia in the book and other stuff that. Yeah, I know. I saw that. I'm like, now I kind of want to read this book just to know what they're talking about.
Almost like a Tom Green kind of thing. It's like,
Exactly.
And then there's an elephant.
No, Tom Green is all bestiality. That's where Tom Green is.
Well, I know this came out in 1952, but they're like, look, if we make this movie like this and copy the book with the necrophilia, 60 years from now, a guy named Tom Green is going to do the same thing, but in real life.
With the horse.
That to happen.
Well, a dead horse. Yeah, that's his.
A dead horse.
Look at dead horse.
Dead deer.
No. So Dreisen, who plays Caesar, the safecracker, and directed the movie. He wrote the screenplay in English, and then it was because he was American, and then translated into French. But he hated the book, didn't like it, and he didn't. And it was because of like these racist parts, the necrophilia, apparently. Which now I'm curious to see what extent of the book covered that. But he focused his screenplay on the heist itself to get past those events from the book and not incorporate those into the movie. So particularly that scene where Caesar is tied up after he ratted out Mario, like that part wasn't in the book. That scene in particular was to reflect because he was ratted out in like that blacklist era to the American Film Institution or something.
Yeah.
So that scene, he wrote that scene into this movie to portray how he felt. I think the scene where Tony regretfully chooses to kill Caesar, who he's playing for his betrayal of the thieves' code, they called it, where he ratted out Mario. That was supposed to represent, when he wrote it in, an allusion to how Dacian, that was his name, and others felt finding out their contemporaries, basically other people in the film industry, ratted them out for potentially, but not proving, communist sympathizers.
Jeez.
That part wasn't in the book. That was something he added. Un-American. What did the House of Un-American Activities Committee, they called it at the time.
Yeah, it was a big deal because was Elia Kazan was another guy who ratted people out, just gave names on people. And that it messed up his career a little bit, but he was still able to kind of work. He was also very talented.
Yeah, like the story behind
I think it's jealousy. If someone's burying you, I think you're like, he's a communist.
Dude. That's a very common, and that's like, the Salem witch trials kind of shit. It'd be like, oh yeah, the rich people, or whatever, the poor people, she's a fucking witch.
No, and it was right along those lines. Like the story behind this movie and the people involved in making it is fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was looking at a list of heist films, and this is one of the very first ever, it seems. The other one was like Asphalt Jungle, which is another really good film. So yeah, this is probably like the second or third heist film ever, pretty much.
Wow.
And as far as I was reading, like it's still referenced to this day with top notch marks. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, once I got in the mindset of what I was watching, a few minutes in, because obviously it always takes me a few minutes to adjust to having to watch subtitles and really focus on what I need to pay attention to and whatnot. I was hooked.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the movie's 2 hours long. A French foreign film that's 2 hours long doesn't immediately pique my interest, I'll say. But as 10 to 15 minutes into it, I'm hooked and I'm paying attention, and then it really flowed really nice. There wasn't really any parts in this that dragged, I thought. Yeah.
I watched this at 6 in the morning, just waking up, getting ready to work. I started at 6 in the morning. I was still tired, didn't even have a sip of coffee yet, and I was hooked. It was like, wait a minute. Oh, okay. I boom, zoomed in, and I was like, I'm in. It's a really good movie.
To me, this is one of those movies. I did find it excellent, but I feel like it's one of those movies that could have made an awesome TV series around that same time period. Like 22-minute episodes or half-hour episodes, building up to all the shit that happened, and you kind of get to know each character a little bit more.
I could see what you're saying. This is the kind of thing they could. I'm not gonna reboot's a strong word for this, but take inspiration from for some kind of series, at least for a season or two. I don't know how many seasons you could get out of it, but
Is there a lot? Is there a lot of like gangster series? The only thing I think of is The Sopranos.
I gotta take a quick bathroom break, fellas.
No problem, right? How many?
Yeah,
like,
you're right. I can't. I mean, there's also like what is it, Peaky Blinders? I haven't watched that show, but that's
No, I never seen it.
be another one.
Sons of Anarchy. Will that count?
No, that's like no, that's mainly they're a biker gang. I don't. Did they rob shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I don't know. What was their main thing? Were they like a heist group? That's not all they did, or is it just biker gang shit?
I don't recall.
Yeah, because I feel like that. I mean, TV in general it's about like following characters over time. But yeah, that show, because like again, it's gonna be hard to make a show about one heist.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it will be hard.
Like
unless they get away with it, they like multiple heists.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, or you could do. I could see something where like, okay, someone, they do the heist. Some people get caught, but some of the stuff gets away. And then like, the next season, the character is he's in jail, but he's like kind of a made guy in jail, and he's telling them whether or not they should do the next heist and like, currying information, maybe something like that. But
yeah,
this film is definitely, it's very fun at it. It's like they pull off the heist, but then all the other shit messes them up.
The thing is, the moral of the story, both gangs die.
Yeah.
Both of them, like there's no survivors except for the women.
Yeah. And they don't get the money.
And they don't get the money. They can't find the bank. The wife should have grabbed the son and grabbed the suitcase and started walking away.
Oh, this is my suitcase.
Yeah, this is mine. This is his clothes.
From the beginning, the women never really cared about the money. It was just the guys.
The thing is, they didn't know. That's why the one woman came in and they hit it.
Yeah, they hit it.
No. They're like, you don't know nothing. Get out of here. But that's another rule. Like even monsters, like your women usually don't know what you do. So in case you go to court, they can't testify.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I didn't see nothing. I'm hearing nothing.
He owns the dry cleaner down the street.
So that's why they hit it. They're excited as hell partying. They're like, yeah. They came in, they're like, oh, la, 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 la.
Yeah, that was funny. You like put the fucking sheet over it.
Yeah.
And since we're on this topic, this is the time, people, where, all joking aside, men can just smack their wives or whatever woman they felt like smacking. And
I think it was just the gangsters, man. The gangsters, not everybody in the 50s. They didn't smack their wives around.
I'm not saying everybody did, but I'm saying it was more accepted back then than it is now.
Well, now it's not accepted at all, but then it was accepted.
It shouldn't have been accepted at any time.
But like, dude, are we gonna talk about that scene where he goes and he meets the girl again, and he just like tells her to take off her clothes and he just slaps the shit out of her?
Yeah, he takes his belt off and just whips the shit out of her. Like,
dude, that was one of my notes for this. I'm like, this seems a little scandalous for this time, even for France.
Yeah.
Well, you don't see the slapping or the spanking or whatever.
No, but I mean, it was a pretty clear indication. Like, it was.
Oh yeah.
In the shadow.
It was like on the edges of actually showing it.
Yeah. Yo, and she took it like a champ though. She just came out, got dressed again. She's like, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Then he was like, scram, get the hell out of here.
It wasn't her first rodeo. Let's put it.
Yeah, it wasn't her first one.
Probably not the last one either.
And the thing is, she helped him out at the end, even though she hated his guts because the kid was involved. She was like, I heard what he did with the kid. Yeah. I know where he's at.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, man. I was like, he just beat you with a fucking belt, and you're like, I'll help you.
Like, he left scars later in the movie.
Yeah.
Really?
Who pointed that out?
So
was it one of the
Tony is kind of the main.
He's sick. Like, what did he had? He was in jail for 5 years because he
for a jewel heist. He was in jail
for the gang.
Yep.
And then he comes out. And it seems like he has like a sickness. I don't know if cancer. They don't really tell you what he has, right? Like he's coughing.
He's coughing. I feel like it's basically cancer.
Yeah, that's what I was guessing too.
He's
about to undo the thing. He's about to put the stuff in the. And he starts coughing.
Yeah,
it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. I knew what they were doing when that scene. Like, is this going to set off the alarm sooner than they want?
Yeah.
Like they set it up so that he had a cough, which generally is a sign that if you're a smoker, you have cancer.
Yeah. Especially if they didn't know back then. Probably
he was also he was also very particular about how he would light his cigarettes and like he would put the matches back in the box.
Plus, he smoked cigarettes in the movie, so it was
definitely
cancer.
A big smoker.
They were alluding to cancer without actually saying he had cancer.
Exactly. Because I was like, I thought they were going to mention it. I was like, oh, he's 5 years.
Yeah,
He's
so-
out. I'm like, oh, he's sick. Okay.
Plot wise, clearly he was dating this woman before, having to go to prison for 5 years. This woman starts dating the leader of this other rival gang, and then he gets out and finds out that that's what's going on, and then beats her.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's a rule right there. If he got out for 5 years, okay, I understand you're not going to wait for me. You're banging like another member of our gang. No big deal. But you went to the rival gang. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bitch?
Yep.
So
That was dirty.
Yeah, that was dirty. She
She
But
got slapped for
I
it.
think going to your own gang might be a little worse because it'd be more personal.
No, I think no, because the women, if you keep it in the circle, man.
All right.
They're watching the girl for you. Like, hey, I watched her for you, Tommy. I
Okay.
watched her suck. We might not want to go that far.
We're not going to take. We can take that conversation to a deep level.
Yeah,
We're
no.
going to be mature for once.
But no, with the gangs, man, it's like a death penalty. You cross if you go to another gang. Like it's more acceptable. Like if you did something with your own gang.
A gang is basically, now forgive me, gangs that may or may not be watching or listening to this, but
Did
to
you
me,
say forgive me, gangs?
Yeah, in case any gang members are watching, I guess that's what he's saying.
it's like you're giving your rights away. Like, listen, we got your back, but you can't do this. You can't wear this. You can't hang out with him, her. You can't
Go down this street.
Yeah.
If you see someone who's wearing this, go down the street. You got to shoot them. You got to jump
It's like
them.
they give you this big ass list, and it's like, but you know what? You're on your own. You do what you want, but follow this list first.
I've never understood that. Like Blood and Crips or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Like, why do
It's
I care?
it's territory. But the thing is, what's funny about this? But the other gang let these dudes come in their club like no problem. They're chilling, drinking, dancing. I'm like, you're in the rival gang's club. What the hell's going on here?
I guess they're trying to flex, right? That's kind of a flex.
Basically, it's probably flex. Like, what are you gonna do? I'm sitting at your tables.
They didn't do anything. It was in their club, yes, but it was like up front. It wasn't like behind the scene. Like, you know what I mean? When they go about in the back, it wasn't in the back.
Yeah, if they went in the back, they would have tried to kick their ass.
Because that's what they
And
said.
plus, they're giving you money. You're like, yeah, come to my club. Give me your money, bitch. Yeah, so
That's true.
I don't know. I noticed that. I was sitting like, what the hell? Then the girl started singing Rififi, the one that gets the ring and ruins everything. But I'm like, she's singing this song. I'm like, what the fuck is? I'm like, what the fuck is a Rififi?
Yo, this movie was very sexual with the females, especially her.
It was, man. It was. Like I said,
That's how it was back then, man.
In a classy way, though. I mean,
Pianos.
Well,
now.
what about that scene where they kind of first introduced Mario? He's taking a bath, and
Yo.
his
wife.
I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend, but she's
Scrubbing his
basically
back.
spilling out of her top.
Yeah, while scrubbing his back.
While
with his butt
scrubbing
naked
his
in
back.
a bucket. In a,
Yeah.
And then he like dunks her head in the water. And
like playful, like drown, bitch.
Like I
Bro,
noted
and
that.
then when he gets out of the bathroom, they choreograph it so well because right when you're gonna see him, someone goes right in front of him.
Oh
But
yeah,
there's-
Tony stood in
Dude,
front
you
of him.
almost see that guy naked. Like
Yeah.
they really tease you on that one.
I'm
It's like, whoa.
Past this,
Yeah.
I would have been so mad at my boys. Like, yo, I was about to do some wild ass shit, and you motherfuckers came in here, ruined everything, killed the mood, killed everything.
Listen.
Never gonna happen for me.
Well, I think it was his wife. He could have done that anytime.
No, but when's the last time you've done something like that with your wife? Exactly.
But
No.
to be fair, America in general is uptight when it comes to the body in
FCC
any
shit.
kind.
Yeah.
So if I'm watching a foreign movie and nudity happens, like casual nudity, I expect it basically.
Oh yeah, like British movies and shit.
I'm
They don't
like,
care.
whatever. Like, yeah, that's because they're not uptight. No one gets,
Yeah.
all thrown out of whack or
Yeah.
anything like that. As as long as you play it to the story, it's perfectly fine, I think.
Yeah. And for one, I don't know how it's sexy for your wife washing your ass crack. I don't know. Wash my ass.
But they also-
Never mind. This days it wouldn't be sexy.
No,
because
but
a lot of guys are their ass eating.
there's the scene later where she's washing dishes in their makeshift sink or whatever it is. She's literally wearing a sweatshirt and just her underwear or just panties.
Yeah.
Or when after the heist and they're singing or something like that, and she walks into the room, she's basically wearing like a negligee with half her boobs out.
Yeah.
It's not like she's wearing any kind of support.
Hey, Mario found a woman, man.
Yeah.
Like she was definitely comfortable with her body.
He
Yeah.
did, and Mario won that shit.
I feel like that's the equivalent of dating a stripper from 1950.
Basically,
That's what it kind of feels like. You just like they're always wearing this kind of stuff. They got the big,
But I'm not mad at Mario though. Shit.
Oh. I kind of like this character. I thought he was like he had like the comedic side, but it's not really a comedy. Like he didn't say funny shit. It's just his personality.
He had a funny personality. He was
I mean, if you're looking for a jokester of the group, he was the jokester.
Exactly.
By fucking far he was. Hell yeah, he was. And it was subtle though. Like for us, it seemed like a lot, but I'm sure back in the day it was real subtle. And it worked so fucking well. I was just like, oh, this is perfect. Like the bathroom scene. Like I said, I'd be pissed off. My boys, you ruined that whole shit. And I would just be like, what the fuck, man? But
they came with good news. Like, hey, we're gonna do the heist.
Yeah.
He's in.
Yeah, because he's the one that thought about it, and they're like, no. Tony was like, I'm not into that. I'm not doing that shit.
Listen. I'm like, yo, listen. You know, if the water's splashing, that means something weird's going on. Just go home. Talk to me about it tomorrow.
If the fans are rocking, don't come a knocking.
And by the way, this is what women do to males. So let's talk about this really quick. So Tony, when the idea came up, he was like, "No, I'm not into that shit." He found out his girl's back in town. He goes where he finds out what she's doing. It crushes him. He's like, "I don't give a fuck about my life no more. Let's do this." He just went into a depression. He was like, "I don't have her no more. I'm probably dying of cancer.
Yeah,
let's just do it."
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple that could have been like his one true love, or
he's like, "Yo, I'll get 260 million, 230 million. I don't need you. I'll go somewhere to be happy."
Either they're like he was really in love, or that's the best he ever had. Like Drake was singing, and that was just like that shit that you just like, yo. I don't know if I should say it or not, but I won't say it. But just imagine that, like the best. Whew.
She seems like I think she was getting around before.
You're seeing some Marvin Gaye in the back of your mind.
She's that type of girl. I think she's the one who gets around. It's a power trip. I'm going to go with the one who has the money. And
it did feel like a power trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why you tell someone to get naked and then you like spank them.
Yeah.
I mean, for real, that's what he did. He told her to get naked and he slapped her.
Yeah.
Really into that.
With a belt?
Yeah.
He's like, take off your clothes, get in there. He just takes his belt. He's like, la la, you just hear whap 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 whap. I'm like, damn.
Like, this is 1955. It's like, bro, like, whoa.
Yeah, whoa. No, what the fuck, man?
It was one of those scenes where it was so powerful. Like, I know you kind of see the shadow of it. You didn't need to see it to feel it. Like, if you would have seen it, it would have fucked everything up. They're like, oh, fuck, what the fuck?
Obviously, they didn't show the actual.
Yeah,
but they didn't actually show her with the clothes off, getting hit with the belt. That would have been too much.
Yeah. Especially in 55s. I don't even know if they had. Did they nudity in the movies yet? In the 55s?
No. So the only nudity would be like there's a term for it called stag films. It would be like someone has 10 feet of 16 millimeter people naked, and it would be like the rarest thing ever. Be like, wait, you've seen naked? Oh my god! Like if someone like showed it to you, you'd be like blown away. Like it's totally different.
And that was porn to teenagers in the 50s. You got
like teenagers would have never seen it. Teenagers would never see it. It would have been like people our age.
Isn't there? In fact, I think there's a Nick Cage movie about stag films. Is it like 8 millimeter or something like that?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. My friend. I
forgot about that.
Yeah.
You know, when I first heard about this, when I was young when this came out. I don't even know how old when I came out. But when I first heard that, I thought someone said 9 millimeter. I was like, they have a movie about a fucking 9 millimeter?
About a gun.
They're like, no, 8 millimeter. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, it's a stag film. I was like, oh, I thought they were talking about a fucking gun. I was like, what's it, a heist movie? I'm like, what the hell's going on here? See a cop? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Heist movie on here.
But we got some.
That was just a note for Aaron.
Yes, there's a note from Aaron. There you go. 8 millimeter, Aaron, watch it.
Vanilla fucking Ice.
Hey, what about Vanilla Ice?
He's on the hate wheel.
Oh, what movie Vanilla Ice?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Oh, hey, I liked it. Hey, I like.
No. Cool as ice, baby. Cool as ice.
Oh my god, you're right.
No, I put that on the white wheel. I'm sorry, that's not even on the hate wheel.
Oh my god.
Double down.
It's a
Double the hate.
It could have been on either, to be fair.
I should have put both the Tom Green movies on the white wheel.
They should have been on both wheels.
When I seen that title, when you put Cool as Ice, I didn't even think about it. I
That's
thought you
fun.
found like an ice skating movie or fucking
No, dude,
like a hockey movie.
that's the Vanilla Ice movie. I've never even seen it.
Shit, I never seen it either.
And we're the white guys.
Wow.
I see that. And then what's the movie you put on with fucking Dennis Rodman? Simon
Says
SEZ.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
I don't think I ever seen that either.
I've never seen that either. I just
Never even heard.
stumbled it.
God.
Never.
I saw that. I'm like, that can't possibly good. I think we're all gonna hate that.
When did he make that? Like, what year did that come out?
I don't know. It's got to be early 90s.
I know one thing. That song was the jam, though. Rock. I used to go to Rock and Bowl. That song came out. Everybody in the fucking, you're drunk. You're like, ice, ice, baby. My one friend did the dance while he's bowling. Like,
hey, man,
Jesus Christ.
Ninja Rap is where it's at.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
I love that thing from back in the day when he got sued and he's like, no man, it's totally different. It's like dun 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 dun. Like mine's
Oh
totally
yeah,
different.
it's the same. It's under pressure.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. It's like, nah, dude, it's the same shit. You're getting sued.
Yeah,
No, if you're being sued by Queen, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Under pressure.
Looking down on you.
yeah. He's under some lawsuits.
You guys are lucky. I was gonna put Power Ranger movie on there.
I forgot about that.
I like the first one or two. I remember, like
The first one is bearable. After that, it's terrible.
I think I was gonna put like Power Rangers Turbo or some shit.
Yeah, that was fucking terrible.
This podcast is really just going to take a turn into what can piss people off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Not Rififi. We all like Rififi.
Yeah, we like
No,
Rififi.
yeah.
I highly recommend it. It's hard to find, people.
Yeah. You
Aaron,
gotta
still
get
got
it.
the link. Send the link. Put it on there.
Put the link in the chat. Yeah. I mean, the best way is like Criterion. Just buy it on Criterion or like Criterion.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought Chris said he couldn't find it on Criterion.
It wasn't. First off, it wasn't available to stream on the Criterion channel.
That's crazy.
Like,
you had to get the
you gotta get the Blu-ray.
You got to buy the Blu-ray if you really own that, and that was like $28. I'm like, fuck.
Wow,
dude, it's rare. Like this, like getting that Blu-ray is like an investment.
Jeez,
because there's only so many of them.
Yo, you buy and sell on eBay.
This is why I asked in our group chat.
I mean, you could flip it. You could flip it at some point if you wanted to.
This is why I asked Ibrahim in our group chat if he had any movies that didn't require any tech fucking wizardry or me having to deep dive into research to try to find this fucking movie to watch.
Are you really like 87 years old? What the fuck is going on?
No, I'm not 87. I'm just like I watch a lot of shit.
I see that.
And,
listen,
and so,
I mean, I'm not disappointed now that I've seen it, but still,
someone has to do the deep dive.
Yeah, I would have never thought of these movies, man. If it wasn't for you,
like Ibrahim's taste in movies, it's the definition of deep dive. Is my impression.
Jesus. He's like, you ever see this one? This is really, really rare.
What I'm starting to realize, guys, Ibrahim is like the mature one.
Yeah, basically. The youngest one. He's probably the youngest one out of us all. And he's the most mature. He got like a mindset of an 87-year-old guy.
Yeah, I've been alive since.
He's like, hey kids, you ever seen that movie in 1946?
You gotta fall asleep in the next 5 minutes.
Oh my God! Hey, I appreciate it though. Like, if it wasn't for you, I would never seen these.
No,
and these are really good movies.
No, I absolutely appreciate having seen it too. Obviously, I would never have known about this, but I'm just gonna say,
you couldn't have found it. You wouldn't even. You would have been like, I can't find it there. Fuck it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say the last 3 days have been a fucking hassle.
It was,
as I worried about how I'm gonna watch this just to prepare for a fucking podcast.
Because I was working a lot of overtime. I didn't have time to download your program, right? So I was like, if I can't find this thing, I'm gonna have to watch it with no subtitles and make up my own words.
Well, the good thing is you'd have been like, "What's going on?" And then the heist would happen. Like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I would have watched it. Like, hey, did you hear what Tony said to that one dude? He said, "Listen, motherfucker, don't make no noise."
No, dude,
I made up words.
I was exactly in that boat. I'm like, well, I know the heist scene itself is 30 minutes of walking, so I can follow that. But I'm just gonna have to read the plot.
Oh my God!
and to figure out who's who and what actually.
I'm not good at research. I am so glad I came across the fucking link.
Yeah, he's just like searching and searching. You found
it. My God, it was like on page 3 of Google. It was like a website
Yeah,
never heard
the
before.
deep dive, the
Like,
super deep. Like when you
Yeah.
go past like page 2 on Google, you're in the fucking woods.
yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I even bother with whatever I'm looking for after page.
And that's why I went to page 3, because I was like, usually no one goes that far. They're like, yo, it's not pop up on top of page 1 or page 2. It don't exist.
I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't for real.
I
That's the
mean,
dark
really,
web.
if I've gone to page 2 on a Google search, you have to be incredibly important for what I'm looking for.
Jesus. But I tried my best, man, because I was like, in my head, I was like, I know I don't have time to download this program. And how you guys were saying, oh, it's telling you got to download this overnight, go to sleep and check it in the morning. I was like, I don't have time for this shit, man.
James was like, bullshit.
Yo, I was like, should I, like, I'm thinking like it's work. I'm like, oh, should I call out?
Yeah.
God, I'm not going to make it to work today.
It's like, hey guys, you know, I thought I just can't make it. I gotta watch this thing. So
I think I got a cold.
What would have made it real funny that if you
I mean,
call,
I've got a lot of sick time.
Yeah,
I gotta go. Is you work from home? Was I'm not gonna be able to make it in today.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it, guys.
yeah.
Can't do it. Yeah, but I'm just so glad it's worth it though. I found it. Awesome.
No, yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I definitely happy. I saw it was a solid movie, and you know, kind of kept me on the edge of my seat for the majority of it. So it was, and yeah, even with subtitles, if you're not into subtitles, it's fucking worth checking out.
Definitely, and I say that because like it was a pain in the ass to find, yes, but it was worth that pain in the ass. Imagine if this movie fucking sucked.
Oh, I would have been mad. I was like an hour and a half looking for a movie on
We'd have to find some way to punch Ibrahim through the
Yeah,
computer.
yeah.
I mean,
a virtual punch. We'll have to figure out somewhere. It was like a boxing glove punches his screen.
I have to do like 50 push-ups or something.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We all yell them. Get down. We count them too.
Oh, do
Dude,
like 50
I'm-
burpees. That's even better.
Oh,
we got to
Jesus.
figure out some way to incorporate bets into this on the movies.
Okay,
between
for
the
one,
four of us.
I got an idea. I don't know if someone mentioned this before, but I think we should have a piece of paper near us. Write what we rate it beforehand. So we show the piece of paper. So in case we're not like, oh damn, I was only going to give it a 6. Someone's giving it an 8. Yeah, it's an 8, guys. You know, you don't want to copy. I think it'll just be fun the way you write. Then later on, you write again and like if it changed. Because especially if you're going to do the betting thing, like you said, or something like that, you're going to want to rate it and all that shit. I think I'm going to do it at least. I'm going to write it down so I don't change it. Sometimes I'm tempted. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, you guys, like how you, like say Chris started first.
Groupthink.
Yeah, and he started saying about a scene. I'm like, I forgot about that. Fuck, that should be like a little half point more higher.
Yeah.
So, all right, I don't. I just keep what I start the podcast with. Like, I almost blurted out before the show to Aaron. I was like, okay, we got to stop talking about it because I'm going to tell you how I think about it.
yeah. Because
We slip up sometimes. So he'll be like, how is it? I'm like, without rating it, I go, really good. You know, I say good. If it was shit, I'll say, oh, I do like a shake my head. I'm like, you're in for a ride, Aaron. But
Dude,
Yeah,
there
Freddie got
was
fingered.
fuck Freddie. God, Tom.
Yeah, I know.
who brought
I
it
want
up
to
again?
forget he's even a person ever that ever happened.
You're not gonna forget when we get to that hate wheel. I promise.
You know what? You know what he reminds me of? So you know those characters in man, what was that movie? Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Like the fucking weird cartoons.
Oh,
like
the fucking
villain?
the weasels?
Yeah, and like the villain's like actually a cartoon in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's Tom Green. Like he's actually
No.
a fucking cartoon. He's not a human.
No one put Roger Rabbit on the list. Damn, man.
Did that popped in? Roger Rabbit popped into my head for a couple different things, but you know what? I was never really a huge fan.
Wow. I didn't mind it. I
Oh,
liked
for like
it
the
I don't
Yes.
know. It just fucking annoyed me for some reason.
Good to know.
I liked it. He's a good to know.
I'm,
Be on the
no,
next
I
list.
mean, I'm not going to say I hated it by any means, but I don't know. There was just something about it that kind of annoyed me.
You know what it is? It was like the first movie where when you're young at 13, you're like, yo, I want to do that cartoon character.
Yeah, no, that I definitely agree with.
Or when
I mean,
you're
she's
Jessica Rabbit?
fucking Jessica Rabbit's smoking hot for an animated character.
she is.
You're
They
like,
knew what they
damn.
were doing when they drew her.
Oh, yeah.
But with Rififi, there were a couple things I noticed by the end of the movie. Like I noticed a couple hard cuts in the movie, in like one of the chase scenes, one of the scenes at the end where Tony's outside the building that's under construction. Like I noticed a couple hard cuts when it came to the editing, but I don't know if you guys picked up on this or noticed it at all, or if it even happened for you guys. I definitely noticed a change in voices. Like when Tony goes out on the town and he's calling in to Joe every 20 minutes, like the voices fucking changed for some reason. Between Tony and Joe's voices changed. Like they completely different voices.
Yeah, I believe that they did a lot of like stuff where it's a different person talking. I think there's even like an English dub of this movie. So a lot of it is kind of Italian movies would do a lot of this where they would shoot the movie and the sound would be completely separate track. So people would just be like, blah, 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 but they're not recording sound on set. They record sound afterward.
Oh, wow.
And so then they can record it in multiple languages, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and those kind of movies. It was like that. It's like Clint saying stuff, but no one's recording it, and then he records his lines afterward in the studio. So that's probably kind of why. The guy who was doing the voice got sick or something, and they just sounded totally different.
Yeah, it was totally different. Like out of nowhere, I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't sound right.
They're like, get Pierre in here. Hey, Pierre, he's sick.
Yeah,
he
Pierre,
called out. Here, come do this.
Yeah. We need you to let
There was that, and one thing, like literally one thing I noticed until the very end where he's driving the car, Tony, and they actually showed blood on his ankle. With all the people that got shot in this movie, there was no sign of any bullet wounds, bullet holes in clothing, or anything like that. It was like they were shooting cap guns.
It's kind of like a Christopher Nolan movie. That's the same way. People get shot and they just like, oh, I died. But yeah, like back in the day, they kind of wouldn't show that. It was just, this is also another thing. I just realized this. I had read it somewhere, but the technology of creating a squib was not around at this time. There was no technology to really show what it's like when someone gets shot. That didn't come until like the mid 60s. And then it wasn't even popular until a little bit after that. So, the stuff we see where it's like fucking people get shot and stuff's exploding, that didn't exist. That did not exist in film.
No. It was kind of weird. It was coming down his pant leg ankle. It's like it's just dripping. Like, what the hell?
Even though he got shot and he's
in the
like,
arm.
He takes a rag while he's in the car and like holds it to his chest. Like,
oh, I thought he got shot in his side. Oh, it was his arm?
It was I can, but he kind of went like this or something.
It's definitely far away from his ankle and the part that they show where the blood is pouring out.
Yes, it is. I mean, we have no idea basically because we don't see a bullet go in. We don't see like boom, impact, explosion or whatever.
Yeah. I like the double tap though at the end of the dude. He fell into the hole.
Oh,
he's already dead. He was like, bang.
I was so happy to see that guy die. I was just enthusiastic. Like that whole sequence was really good, and I was like, because it's like he's like the bad guy. He's like he's got a shot on him, but he can't take it. He's got another one, and then he takes it, and then he's like, oh shit.
I mean, I had a feeling once, the first guy of their group was killed because of the robbery. I'm like, oh, they're all gonna end up dead.
Yeah.
Like I had that feeling from that point on, and of course they do. But I just I didn't know how they were going to end the movie because obviously they do the heist, but there's still 45 plus minutes left in the movie.
Yeah.
So how does this play out the rest of the movie? I knew I was waiting for this heist. The heist happened.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Like if they're not going to get picked up by the cops or just be on the run, how is this going to play out?
So it turned into a kidnap rescuing.
Yeah, and then it turns into like an entirely second type of movie.
Yeah.
Where one guy's just out for revenge, Tony, because they killed the one guy that was involved in the heist.
He's like, I take care of him.
It was interesting. It was great. It was fun to follow along with. But I'm like, I could kind of see where this is going, but it's still good.
Yeah, and then again, go back to the fucking rat. Like he. It was his fault. Even before he snitched, he fucked up when he took that ring.
Yeah.
He's being greedy.
Yeah. It's not so much him taking the ring, it's him giving it to the girl.
He could have threw in the piles that, hey, there's another $1 million right there. I grabbed all those down there. But no, you got to give it to the girl that he just met the day before.
Yeah.
It was just stupid. I don't know, but it happens. Stupidity.
Oh, man. That's straight up evidence you're putting on a stranger's finger.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking with the wrong head again. Happens.
He was.
It kind of reminds me of that scene in Goodfellas where, like, basically they do a similar thing. They do a robbery, and then this one dude walks in when it's like him and his wife or whatever, and she's got like 2 fur coats and a fucking like giant purse that's got like bling on it. And then he's like, and Rev Jr.'s like, "What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, dude? You're supposed to keep a low profile. Like, take it all back. Return everything." Yeah, but that guy, he just did it in secret. He just took the ring and fucked him over because he, wanted to impress his chick.
Stupid. Wow. Well, you got to impress for her. You already had her.
Yeah, I know.
She was like, "Hey, you're an Italian dude."
He had her too.
I was like, "Hey."
She's about to leave the one dude for him. Like,
yeah,
that's what they.
He didn't even speak French. He's Italian.
Yeah, he was Italian. Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't one guy mention I got to work on my Italian or something?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
The head of the other gang was like, "Yo, I got to work on my Italian."
You know who it made me think of? Anthony Rossi.
Antoine.
Very true. Very true.
Oh man,
Our buddy from Video Game Crosstalk.
Yeah, we're thinking about you, buddy.
He'll never watch
He's
this.
probably eating spaghetti or drinking wine or playing.
He's a punk. He's a punk. He'll never watch this.
Or eating pizza.
We can say whatever we want about him. He'll never know. That son of a bitch.
All right, guys, are we gonna spin some wheels? Let's spin some wheels.
Let's spin some wheels.
Yeah, there we go.
It's going to take us a half hour to get through this. So let's.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh man, I can't wait to spin these fucking wheels.
I'm more excited about this than I am than watching movies.
Now, are we? Before we do this, we are doing 2 movies now.
What's the plan? Are we doing 2 movies?
Yeah, we're gonna do 2.
Okay.
So
I just want to be 100% sure here.
We're gonna hit the hate wheel. We're gonna spin 2 fucking Tom Green movies.
It's going to be the hate wheel straight. Watch. Okay, so we have our Wheel of Destiny.
Yeah, let's look at it all. Okay, quick.
You guys see everything all right?
Yeah.
Yep, we see it.
Got it.
There we go.
You ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Here we go.
Here we go.
The Wheel of Destiny to tell us what wheel we need to spin.
Here comes the hate movie.
I'm hoping
are we
for the
doing
2000s, 2010s. That's what
Are we doing 2 movies from the same wheel, or are we spinning the Wheel of Destiny twice?
No, we're gonna do 2 from whatever we spin.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no.
Keep going.
God.
Woo!
Cheese and crackers.
Anything but the fucking hate wheel.
These are white movies, baby. These are all James and me almost.
Yeah.
The cheese and
All right.
crackers wheel.
So we're doing white movies next week.
So we're gonna spin that twice. We're gonna spin
Yep.
I put movies on here I don't want to watch. I just thought they were white.
Yeah, me too. I there's a couple I've seen.
that was kind of another trolley kind of wheel.
Oh boy.
I'm just throwing this out there.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my god. Please don't land on that.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey.
Jesus.
Let's go.
That one
was
wasn't
my
even
pick.
mine. This
That-
is the
That could have been on
Caucasian,
the hate wheel.
the Caucasian wheel. Why is this not
There's
called
a lot of hate picks in here. I think.
There really is.
No, there is. Like, I don't want to watch 50 Shades of Grey.
I don't want to watch most of these. I put movies in here I don't want to watch.
Single white female.
Okay.
I've never seen
Oh,
that.
wait.
Napoleon Dynamite!
Yes.
Damn it! I fucking
Cool.
hate this movie.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Oh, come
This was
on.
my pick.
This is,
Cool.
I like it.
I don't like.
Napoleon Dynamite.
I think I watched
was-
it twice.
That was my pick.
That's pick 1.
Oh, great.
See what number 2 is.
There we go. So Napoleon Dynamite number
Napoleon
1.
Dynamite.
Son of a bitch.
I'd say that's pretty white.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fucking terror. Oh god, I'm gonna have to be high when I watch it.
I look forward to this.
I feel like you should watch that high.
I feel like
Vote for Pedro. That's all I have to say.
Yo, the way he talks to the
Big?
lava.
Oh, Big is a super white.
Caddyshack.
Oh.
Caddyshack.
Oh shit.
Caddyshack. Okay. Oh!
Oh, no.
Wow!
shit.
Oh,
What
the
is that?
fear.
What the hell is
Fear.
this?
What is fear?
Is that Marky Mark?
Mark Wahlberg.
Is this a horror movie?
What is that?
I think he's crazy in it.
Who picked it?
I'm gonna go Aaron.
Not mine.
Whose is it?
Aaron's.
Okay.
This guy's. So it's called Fear. Fear. Fear.
Who else is in it?
I don't know.
Okay. So it's Marky
I'm
Mark.
some white girl
Okay.
that is
I got
Well-
real excited for Caddyshack for a moment.
Damn, yeah, no, I
Caddyshack would
gotta
have been
say.
good. Gotta get it. But, you know.
It's all right. I told
Aaron,
Napoleon Dynamite.
Aaron ruined it though.
I,
Yeah.
Nice going, Aaron.
But yeah, that didn't take like 10 minutes. It took,
No.
you know,
It does have the excitement, though.
So
The
yeah, it's
build-up.
really exciting. It's really
So we
exciting.
added a bunch of wheels, but we're bumping it up to like 2 movies a week. So
Yep, so we're going to be reviewing 2 movies. So have fun with that title, Aaron.
Well, you're just gonna put a slash. Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't get the date right on our
Hey,
event for this
That
one.
was one time though. Just once.
Hey, you're going to hear it, though. You know, that's what we do.
Oh, I know.
So the
2
wheels are
movies.
spinning.
So how's this go? We're going to watch both movies, and basically we're going to end up talking about, everybody's going to talk about the one that they like the best.
Yeah,
No, we'll probably talk about both, but I expect we're gonna talk about the one that's better more.
I guess I'm gonna spend most of tomorrow putting notes together for both of us.
Oh, now double work for Chris. Jeez, there we go. Sorry, like, damn, I got to take notes for 1 movie. Not going to do 2. It's all good, though. I don't think I ever seen Fear, though. So I have one movie
I don't know if I've ever heard of that.
I've never heard of it.
I heard of Cape Fear. That was a thriller movie. I don't know about Fear, though. I don't know if that's horror or thriller.
Marky Mark.
Yeah,
He's probably up there on my hate list. Marky Mark.
really? Wow.
Really?
I don't.
I mean, I don't
hate
like
the guy.
him, but I guess I don't hate him. I don't know. He's kind of in the middle.
I was going to put that
Brothers.
one movie with him and Will Ferrell.
Oh, the other. Is that the other guys?
No, I put that in here though, I think.
Did you? I was going to
That's
put it.
not
I was like,
bad.
nah.
I don't know. That movie he was in with The Rock, Pain and Gain. I think that was actually supposed to be pretty good.
I like
Yep.
that. That movie like really made me laugh hard. Like, there's a lot of comedies I don't like, but that one was like fucking hilarious.
I don't know. It depends on the role he's playing in the movie, I guess.
Is he in another one with Will Ferrell? They're like stepfathers, like the dude.
Yeah.
The dude.
I think it's
Is
called
that the
Stepdads.
is that the other guy, or is that called something Dads?
Stepdads, I think.
Oh, okay. I think that was funny too. I forgot the title of it. Thought that was pretty funny too.
Didn't they make like 2 or 3 of them?
Yeah, there's like 2, I think. But so I don't think Marky Mark is up on my hate thing because there's a few movies I don't mind. You don't bother me.
That Shyamalan movie he did was like a disaster. I think that belongs on my like Marky Mark in a Shyamalan movie. Yikes!
It seems like when you cast him in like a bigger name movie, it's gonna be fucking awful. But if you cast him in something you don't expect him to be good in, it's okay.
No, you're right. You're really
He was in one of the Transformer movies, or 2 of them, wasn't he?
He was-
that one was really bad.
yeah.
Where it was
Yeah.
like they totally changed the timeline and it was like
Yeah, where he finds Optimus Prime.
A
in the
totally
shed.
different story.
Yeah, totally
it's like
different
Optimus. It's like Bumblebee was fighting Nazis, which was cool, but then I don't know, they kind of did it in a weird way.
stuff. Yeah, it's weird.
And like
And
they had like the World War II posters with like fucking Transformers. So it's like, oh yeah, the Transformers fought in World War II. It's like, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
What?
What the fuck are you talking
They fucking
about?
came out of space.
You're making it political?
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. I if you're telling me like Transformers fighting Nazis, I would watch that movie. I would watch that movie. But
I mean,
they
listen,
started this whole series with Shia LaBeouf, who's like a teenager meeting basically an alien.
Oh, you know
who's
what?
a robot.
Shia LaBeouf's at the top of my hate list.
Wow.
Shia, man, that's
I've
yeah.
never liked him.
He's kind of going away. He basically
that
got
he
fired.
does.
His,
I think that-
No, I think he has a new movie coming out. He's like a gangster dude.
No,
Yeah.
dude, but
Well, I saw
Like
that movie.
the tax collector, right?
that
Yeah.
came out a little while ago.
That
But there's
ca-
been
it
some
came out last year.
allegations since.
No, he got dropped by his agency. That's
like-
the kiss of death.
like
for an
some
actor.
emotional allegations, emotional
Damn.
abuse allegations.
He was a hot mess. That dude's always in trouble. Like
He's
assholes.
a scummy guy a little bit.
Yeah,
he does
he
some
is.
things that are not.
Like, anything
cool.
that wasn't Lizzie McGuire in his time, anything otherwise, he's had some kind of
Was he in Even Stevens? Was
Even
that his
Stevens.
show?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that was his show back in the day. Disney
Was that
show or
Hillary-
whatever,
was even
Nickelodeon
Hillary-
show or something.
Was
like
that Hillary Duff? No, that was
no, that was a different
Who was
girl. Hillary Duff was Lizzie McGuire.
yeah. Even was he the big name to come out of? No, who she was a brunette, like his older sister in the show.
Yeah, I forgot who she was.
I don't know her name,
Yeah, I don't know her name either.
but he was like the big name to come out of that show.
Yeah.
And
He just
No,
needs
but yeah,
to, he
he's-
needs some time away from all this stuff because he was like everyone just started dumping on him like even Sia the singer started dumping on like
I've never been a fan, but we all know how much weight my word carries. So.
so that's another good hate movie, Indiana Jones and the what the Crystal
Aw.
Skull. or
Crystal
whatever the
Skull.
fuck. Yeah.
I think that's a hate movie for anyone that's ever had to watch that. And that's not just me
man.
not disliking Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, they fucked that
Dude, when
up.
he's swinging with the monkeys. Oh my
Fuck,
god.
they fucked that up. You fucked up Indiana Jones.
That's
Dude,
just
there's this great video of like Spielberg talking about his conversations with Lucas about the movie, and Lucas is like, okay, so Steve, here's what's gonna happen. So they're gonna go, and then Indiana Jones is gonna meet with a bunch of aliens, and he's just like, no, we can't do aliens. It's like, okay, you're right. And then they had another discussion like a week later. He's like, okay, so Steve, here's the idea. So Indiana Jones is gonna meet fourth dimensional beings. Okay. He's like, what?
They say it's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
He just changed the words.
And literally, like, you see him facepalm in the interview. He's like, no, but then they just did it anyway. So
Fucking Christ.
it's
They
really,
fucked that up.
yeah, it's
you
really
fucked up
bad.
Indiana Jones. That's
Yeah,
bad.
it's kind of sad. But like they ended it. It's the end was Last Crusade. That's the last movie. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, it had a perfect ending. They literally rode off into the sunset on a horse. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
I think they made that. Didn't they they're basically trying to find a replacement to keep going Indiana Jones to replace
They're
Indiana.
making a 5. They have
Well, it's with him though. It's
Yeah,
usually
with Harrison Ford.
But no Shia LaBeouf, right? They got rid of his ass.
I know. I don't think he's part of it.
I mean, he's done. He's done.
Okay, cool.
You're not gonna see him in movies for a minute unless it's him and like the fucking what's it called, the Jackass people. Like you'll see him on Jackass 4
They're gonna bring
doing a stunt.
Hey, they got a spot because they kicked Bam out of the movie.
Oh, they did?
He was doing drugs on set, so they kicked him out.
Oh,
That's crazy.
yeah, you can't be doing that.
They're gonna hire Tom Green to play Indy's partner. He's gonna be jerking off the camels when they're going across desert to look for
Bro,
him.
like
Yeah.
I can almost see that happening. Like
He's like, don't worry, Indy. I got this, Indy. You just do this. You just do this.
I feel like this is a South Park episode.
You're like, what the fuck?
Now I'm just imagining like if we created like the hate, like epic crossover Avengers movie for all of us, where there's like fucking Tom Green's in it.
Oh my god, that'd be crazy.
Right? And then like, you know, Vin Diesel's in it. He just says
Oh
I'm
my
Bruce.
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia's in
LaBeouf.
it.
Tom Cruise is annoying.
Nicolas Cage is in it, and he's just being zany.
Tom Cruise is like fucking Iron Man. He's just jumping on the couch.
Yeah.
Like crazy.
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy. We're going on a mission. Woo. Fucking idiot.
I honestly just want to keep spinning the wheels for fun at this point.
Like, let's just keep clicking them. Let's just keep them. No, the wheels are good. It's like you build up. It's like you're gambling. It is. It's like
It does feel like gambling, right? Yeah.
2 movies. So one I never seen, and Napoleon Dynamite.
So Fear and Napoleon Dynamite for next week. So I think it's time for final thoughts on this movie, fellas.
Okay.
I think we all liked it. So
Yes, we definitely liked
wow.
it,
and like we're saying, this is basically one of the first heist movies ever made.
and they did
Like
a good
period.
job.
And it's really good.
Yeah, literally 1955.
But it's funny that Chris brought that up because, like, yeah, this does put stuff out into the ether about people thinking about, because, like, Heat, that movie came out, and then in like '97, people basically did the same thing in LA, downtown LA. People got some assault weapons. They started getting into a shootout with LAPD. They all
Jesus.
died, but they tried the exact thing that the characters in Heat tried.
Did anybody try to do the same thing that Ocean's 11 and 18 and 27 did?
Maybe.
Maybe back in the day, because that's a remake too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So maybe
Yeah.
they tried the '60s version. But I mean, you know, like how can you really, like, the Ocean's 11 is the people who run fucking Vegas. They're heisting the people who come.
Yeah, basically. I don't, man. It's like, I don't know. You sit there, watch a movie, you're like, wait a minute. This is so detailed. Will this shit work? We're doing
you start thinking like,
You know, there's that one cop that's seen the movie. They're like, wait a minute. These stupid motherfuckers. I know exactly what they're doing. They're upstairs coming through the ceiling.
yeah,
Oh, man. It's crazy. But no, it was a really good movie. Foreign film, 1955, black and white. Don't judge. Subtitles in black and white. Great movie. My score's going to say the same. I'm saying a 9 still. I just like the scenes. I like the heist, detailed. the before the heist, how they learn how to do the heist, doing practice runs. I thought it was awesome all around. Good pick.
Man. I'm all right with you. I'm sticking with the 9. Like I said, the centerpiece of the movie is the half hour they take to do the heist and everything like that. It doesn't even matter that the film itself is in French because they're able to portray that scene with silence is a huge factor. And you don't even have to think about subtitles because you're not trying to follow along with reading or anything like that. Which I think, obviously, if you're not French, don't understand the language, I think is a big thing. So it plays really well to certain, the non-French audiences. But yeah, man, 9 all around. Like as soon as anything with subtitles takes me at least a little bit to get into, 10, 15 minutes. And until I see kind of where the story, understand the story, and then I'm hooked. I'm hooked on this one. The suspense carried me throughout it. I'm like, what's going to happen next? Where are they going with this? Like, it wasn't, they had a plan and they played it out. And even a 2-hour movie, I'm like, all right, it didn't feel like 2 hours. And I read a whole bunch of subtitles. Like, this is great. But yeah, 9 all the way through.
Yeah, same here. Like, I'm still at a 9. Not too many complaints about the movie. Wonder what kind of sandwich that little kid got. He just wanted a big sandwich.
Tonio. His name's Tonio.
I love that kid. The kid had no idea, and when the dude was asleep, and he's like, "Hey, Timmy, come to me," and he oh hey,
yeah.
Are we good? Can I get to drive the car? Yeah, go drive the car.
And
and he just killed the dude.
Unlike Latrue, the only time I thought where a scene was really dragged on was literally the very end, where he just keeps on driving and driving. I'm like, all right, I get the point. Where the fuck? How fucking long is this gonna take?
Oh, they had to play it out because they said they had to take a train. It was pretty far.
But when he's driving the car home with the kid, and the kid's having the time of his life.
Oh man!
But it's like, dude, I'm telling you, there's a version of this movie where the dude just dies in the car. He swerves, and you see the car hit a tree, and then you just pan away to people rushing to the car, and that's it. That's the movie.
The kid's in the middle of the road under a bus or something,
and you see the fucking money fly out of the thing.
Yeah, but that was the only time I could think of myself actually criticizing. I'm like, all right, what the F is going on?
Yeah.
So
So, but shit, I mean, this is another movie that we all liked, and I almost feel like I could be wrong with this statement I'm about to say. So if I am. Fuck it, I don't care. But I almost feel like a black and white foreign film is like a cheat code. It just seems like, we're only 2 for 2 right now, but still, it almost seems like it's a cheat code. Like, they're going to be at worst, they're going to be at least decent. But I could be wrong.
Well, I'm sure there's shit out there, but Ibrahim, he finds the top notch.
I've done through all the shit for you, so only the best French movies are going to come.
I would watch a bad one, though. I'm not going to front, but...
Oh, I would, yeah. Well, we technically did that horror movie. We didn't count as horror.
That's the only reason why we weren't so high on it.
Yeah, I think that you're right. I think that's the reason.
It would have been perfect on one of these wheels.
I forgot what it was called. Something Stranger or something. I don't know.
I forgot.
Walking Stranger.
Tickle the Stranger.
I don't know. What's your final thoughts, Ibrahim? You're the one who found this masterpiece.
I really like this movie. I feel like I first watched this back in the Netflix DVD days, when they would ship the DVD. Yeah. I feel like that's where I watched it because again now, as you guys know, it's kind of hard to find without a physical copy. But it's one of the best heist movies ever. It's unbelievable, and that scene in the middle of when they do the heist is great. It's really, really just you're totally invested. And there's no sound, there's no talking. It's just these guys breaking in and doing this whole thing that we know that they're going to do, and just trying to see if they can pull it off. And then the second half of the movie is really interesting too, because you're like, okay, they got it, but now what conflict's going to happen next? And then you're like, okay, it's a tragedy. Everyone's going to end up dead. This is one of my absolute favorite. This wouldn't make my top 100, but I feel like it makes my top 200. I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
One thing I had read about the heist scene, like the guy, whoever they got to score the movie, was already planning to score, the heist scene and everything like that, but the director didn't want to score it. So when they were making it, he put together one version with the score, put together a version without the score, showed it to the guy that wanted to put music to it, and then the guy creating the score is like, no, you're right, it's better without music. And you don't even notice it. And to the movie's credit, it makes it so much more enthralling because you feel like you're part of the scene that's going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Ibrahim, if you made a top list for foreign movies, where would this be?
I mean, it's like probably top 50-ish.
So he knows
50,
50 other great ones, guys.
I do.
I'm just kidding. This is where I'm getting at. This is where
I don't want to spend half my weeks trying to find versions of these movies to watch.
This dude has a list of like 1950 movies in his drawer.
See, I'm happy they're coming up, but sometimes they're like, this one was a bitch to find. Yeah. But I want to go back to the heist scene really quick. What I really enjoyed about this heist scene versus heist scenes nowadays is they're way too fucking techie. Of course, because it's
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I liked it way back then. Like I feel like that's one of the best heist scenes I've ever seen in any movie across the board, because it went through like perfect. Like the shit they had, like you guys mentioned earlier, the umbrella, fucking just at first just tapping the cement, like tapping, and then they had now was that a fire extinguisher, like an old fire extinguisher?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Basically it's some kind of foam. It wasn't like
the foam
spray.
Into the fucking alarm.
Yeah.
So when the bell rings, it won't be as loud.
Oh, dude, the umbrella was genius to catch all the stuff.
Yeah, I seen it. I was like, why is this dude got an umbrella? When I first seen it, then he put it in a hole. I was like, wow, that's fucking smart. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, and it does not feel anywhere like the half hour of movie time that it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's really riveting.
And I'm not gonna lie, when they're climbing back up after it's over, the knotted rope to go back up into the hole and escape, I've thought of the rope in gym class when I was a kid. I thought of
forgot all about that.
They would have left me down there. I never got back up.
Yeah, I can't get up the unknotted rope. I need those knots to try.
Yeah. I'm like, guys, I'm just going to go out the front door. The alarm's off.
I guess I'm going to fucking... It is. Like, that was another thought of mine. I'm like, you've silenced the alarm. What difference does it make if you're talking a little bit at this point?
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh, we missed that, by the way. Back then, 50s, did the cops really do that? It's like, they're patrolling the streets. They're like, this car don't belong here. And they got like a list of, they write down the license plate.
I'm
like, what the fuck?
No, they would. They would, because that's what just called your beat.
I thought about that, but I would have thought that someone had reported the car stolen by that point, and they just happened to notice.
No, it's like they're doing patrol. Like even like I'm like, wait a minute, is these streets so clean? He got suspicious because there was an empty pack of cigarettes on the ground. He picked them up. He was like,
yeah.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, but it wasn't even him. It was the other cop that picked up the box because he.
Oh yeah, it was a separate cop. Yeah.
He looked in the box of cigarettes and then threw them on the ground because they were empty.
I think it was a bigger
box. And when he picked up the bigger box, he looked over and seen the car that was like in a strange place where it was parked at.
It's in an alley, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, those were the guys that saw the car were the two cops just walking with their bikes.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the guy that found like the empty pack of cigarettes, or actually my first thought was it was like a package for an empty deck of cards. But obviously that was something he wasn't used to seeing.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on? I was like, it's a patrol that strict. Is there a curfew? I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I think he was hoping for some cigarettes in there.
Oh, he was like, hey, someone dropped the cigarettes. Maybe I get one.
I think because when he threw it back on the ground, he looked mad.
Yeah, but I like how they like, fuck, I need the car. That's to get away. He jumps to one cop. He's like close on the back of the head.
Yeah.
He's like, we gotta go. It was crazy, man. I totally forgot about that scene until just now when we were talking. I was like, why the fuck's he writing? I was like, they had a list of license plates. They're like, this car don't belong in this block. I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And they make
back when you like didn't have now there's just a computer that has all this shit.
Yep.
and they would just like put the license plate number into the computer. Like they literally have a list by hand, written by hand. Look for this plate on this car. It's stolen.
Good movie though, really good.
Good movie all around.
Oh fuck yeah, it really was. Really was a good fun movie, and shit, man, we got all them fucking wheels, people. As you guys seen some of them. Hopefully you'll see some more next week, and
Join the excitement.
It's gonna it's crazy now because like I'm still thinking like fuck, I can't wait to watch Street Fighter because it's so bad.
Mortal Kombat, man.
Yeah, no, right?
Okay, what wheel is Street Fighter? Is that on the
It's on the
original
OG.
wheel?
Yeah,
I was
the OG.
hoping to get to Mortal Kombat before the new one comes.
Me too. I agree. I was really hoping. I might have to do it anyways before the new one comes.
Yeah. Same here.
But I'm looking for that, and I'm looking forward to Godzilla versus Kong.
We got a lot. I got to catch up on those. I watched the 2014 Godzilla. I got to watch Kong on Skull Island next, and then the newest Godzilla.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of fun stuff coming up, so hopefully everyone follows along.
Yep. A lot of wheels.
Yeah, a lot of wheels, a lot of stuff to go through. Wait for the girly drinks with the chick pick wheel, and we'll be
playing on that. You have the drinks. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll add a little things down the line. Fun.
A lot of fun stuff coming up. We got some interviews coming up.
Yes, we will have interviews, which we just got to discuss more behind the scenes, of course. But we do have some interviews, some potential interviews that you guys will be able to see. But so be on the lookout for that, as well as these movie reviews, knocking out, like we said earlier, 2 movies at a time now, off of one wheel. After we spin the Wheel of Destiny, then whatever wheel lands on after that, we go to that wheel, which seems crazy and ridiculous, people we know, and we spin that wheel twice, and it picks 2 movies off that wheel, and that's what we watch. And I think the reason why we came up with that idea, doing it that way, is so. For example, say it went on the Chicks Pick wheel and it picked the Notebook, and let's say it went on OG wheel and picked Mortal Kombat. We're gonna spend more time on Mortal Kombat than the Notebook. So, but if it's like the same, it won't even be the same genre necessarily, but you know what I mean. It'll be in that same realm in a sense. Or you know what I mean? Whatever. It something.
It allows us to talk about more stuff.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a lot of picks. I don't know what the total picks is, but
It's really going to lead to us making longer episodes is what it's going to do.
We're gonna be up here till like 1 a.m.
We'll see. We break them down. I mean, there's some movies we spend 2.5 hours on, but a lot of the times, we're just fucking bullshitting because the movies, like, you could discuss it, and boom, we're talking about some other shit. Fuck you, Nicolas Cage, because I know that's going to be coming a lot.
Oh, you fucking know it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Some end of show plugs to wrap things up. I want a snack, and I want to watch some Scrubs before I go to bed.
Deep Focus Cinema Podcast. Just Google it. You'll find it where all the podcasts are sold. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a podcast reviewing Cube, the really great indie sci-fi horror movie. So yeah, check that out.
Nice.
Stories from a bar. Started getting into the live stream era, I suppose. Doing a couple things a month, live streams. I've got one coming up next Friday. Hopefully, I got to check in with my next guest. I've got the videos posted on the Stories from a Bar Facebook page. I've got the audio posted for episodes on all major podcast platforms. Follow Stories from a Bar, of course, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, @StoriesFAB on Twitter. And Popcorn and Pints, baby. This is what I'm doing every Saturday night now. So, on to the next.
Yes, sir. You want to go ahead, James?
Yeah, I'll get out of the way. It's quick. Quick and sweet. You can catch me here at Popcorn and Pints every Saturday, like Chris said, on 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Also see me on Horror Source 30. Every Tuesday, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. All live. Fun times. And yeah, check it out. Check out the Z Network.
Yes. As James said, check out the Z Network. And where can you find the Z Network? I'm going to answer that question for you people. You can find the Z Network on YouTube, the Z Network. You can find the Z Network on Facebook. There is a Facebook group. And go join both of those. Go give them a like. Subscribe to the Z Network. You're going to get some awesome shows on there. Some awesome content on there. As I said before, with the Horror Research 30 episodes, I'm not putting the regular episodes up there anymore. I'm going to put I have a surprise for you guys. I'll just say that, but it's going to be horror content for the Z Network. That's going to be strictly on the Z Network and not on the Horror Research 30 or any other horror platform that's connected with the Z Network. It's going to be right on the Z Network for your eyes and ears to see and listen to. Also, if you want to listen to Popcorn and Pints, go over, the audio version, go over anywhere you can listen to podcasts, type in the Z Network, and you can listen to Popcorn and Pints. And like I said, the shows that will also be Z Network exclusives when they come out will also be up there on the Z Network. So you're going to get a mix of shows on the Z Network. You're going to get lots of laughs. And like James said, Tuesday and Thursday, check us out live on the Z Network and on the Horror Research 30 pages for Horror Research 30 movie reviews. We have one wheel on there. I'm eventually going to put some more on there, but I want to knock this wheel down a little more, and then I'll come up with some crazy shit. But anybody who's watching, anybody who's listening right now, in the now, as I'm saying this, or in the future, thank you. We all greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. I hope some of you guys are actually checking out some of these movies that we're reviewing. Maybe not the bad ones like Freddy Got Fingered, but stuff like this. And just a bunch
Worst movie ever.
Yeah. And a bunch of other things we're going to be watching. I hope you guys, because what this wheel is doing for, I'm going to speak for all of us. We're going to see at least, I think each of us will see at least, let's say 6 movies that we've never seen before.
Like Fear.
Movie knowledge.
Yeah,
like
Fear. I don't think anyone.
I've never seen that movie.
I've never seen
heard of it.
Boom. All right. So there's one movie right there, right on the top.
Aaron picked it and he's never seen it. So
Yeah.
we're good.
But no, there's a few movies on here that I put on here that I've never seen myself, but it's making me actually gonna have to watch them now.
Yeah.
It's making me gonna have to watch them.
Like Rififi,
Yeah.
where most people be like, "Can't find it, fuck it, just give up."
I've
Can't
never
get the
put-
subtitles. I'm giving up.
I've never put more effort into trying to watch a movie than I did this one.
You
Yeah.
see,
Welcome to my life.
you see what podcasting is making us do though? Like, imagine, like, say just us four just being friends minus the podcast part. And Ibrahim's like, yo, you guys should check out this movie called Rififi. We're going to go look for it one time, not be able to find it, go, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. No, couldn't find it, dude.
I'd be like, "Hey, Chris, you ever watch Rififi?" Be like, "Fuck no."
Nah, I
couldn't find it anywhere. I couldn't find it on Criterion. I couldn't find it here. I saw a DVD that was $28. I was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah.
No, I bought a plane ticket, flew to Florence, so my computer would pick up the fact that I'm in that time zone, and then finally let me stream it.
Yeah, no, right?
Oh,
I wonder if it's on Netflix.
Chris, you got to get a VPN,
in France.
Yeah.
and they are legal. VPN.
Oh yeah, you can change that. You can change the
And use
counties.
you got to use the promo code Sir Sturdy.
Yeah.
No, it's funny.
Use
I can't post it, but I do have a VPN thing that I use that has like a thing. If you click onto it, you get a month. You get 30 days free. People, that's right, 30 days free. And it
Yeah,
gives
like
me-
I said, the promo code is Sir Sturdy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Hemperita stuff. The
Oh,
CBD.
hemp, okay. Yeah, use that when you need to get your hemp.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go.
In liquid form.
And gummies.
And gummies.
Hemperita. I wish I had some. I got to order some more myself. It's delicious. But that's on the other show, guys. It's not a plug on Popcorn and Pints yet. It is a plug on Horror Research 30. But it'll be over here soon. Don't worry. It'll be an affiliate. But seriously, though, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We all appreciate it. Thanks for popping by, and peace, peace, peace.
Later, y'all.
Taka Taka Woods, y'all.